All right, good everything. It is Thursday, April the 3rd. I am out here because it is one of those days where it's not very windy, and I want to put down some fabric liner before the weeds start to poke their heads out. As you can see, they're already starting to. So I want to get some fabric liner down here, and it's not very windy today, so I'm going to take advantage. It's about 53 degrees. All right, quick update on my orchard and the vineyard. So this, I believe, is the what is it? I want to say it's the Metley plum, and some of the limbs you could hear cracking, but some still have a spring to them. So I don't know if this is gonna come back. I do know, however, that this Burbank plum is about as dead as a doornail, but we'll see what it does before I take it out of the ground. This is the Kiefer pear, and even with a scratch test, to me that looks dead, but we'll see if it does do anything. If it don't, then that too could come out. And this pear, it broke off at the base. This is the bartlett, but I don't know if you could tell, I have some life down there yet. The cherry, still a cherry. I know for sure ain't gonna do nothing, so I'm keeping an eye out for a cherry this season. And then we have this is the contender peach, and as you could tell, that ain't gonna do nothing. The Hale Haven, however, is just doing lovely, as you can see. I mean, it has some dead vines to it, but she's ready to go. Now, as to the vineyard, I am sure that the grapes aren't going to come back. I'm not sure if this is a grape plant, but if it ever leaf out, I will see if the leaves look like anything that I plan on planting this season, and then I'll know it's a grape before I pull it. But I think the catawba also may be dead, but we'll see if it does anything. Now we're going on season 3 planting in this back bed, and I managed to get it tarped down. I got the bags on top just to hold the fabric down, because we do get severe winds out here from time to time, and I'm hoping that this will somewhat secure it. So I'll have to keep a vigil on this. Now this is the remaining fabric, and this is definitely enough to do my bed over there. As to my berry patch, let's see what we got going on over here. This is raspberries, the Latham, and it's already waking up. This is the Johansta berry, always put on good foliage, but hopefully this year I'll see more fruit from it. And this is the Chicago Hardy fig. This is the goji berry. I'm waiting for some topsoil to come in so I could top up all my beds this season. And this is the honeyberry. I see leaves. Maybe this year I'll get fruit. So that's the goal. I want to get all these beds topped off. Now, let me show you what's going on in the greenhouse. My peas have already sprouted. And these are the iron and clay peas and a few other varieties in there. Callaloo is still doing good. Roselle is still doing good. Nothing much yet have sprouted. Well, I stand corrected. Swiss chard waking up. And these are a bunch of cabbage seeds also waking up. My arugula is also waking up. So far so good. Good everything. It is Monday, April the 7th. It's mid-40s and it is windy. So came out here because I want to see what's going on with this tarp. Make sure stuff ain't flapping in the wind. And look like everything is holding down so far. Alright. So my intent was that tree over there, the second one in from the right, it's dead, so it needs to come down. So I was thinking that once I bring it down, I'm gonna cut it off. And I was going to use it to hold the tarp down on the ends. Now, my plan was to get it inoculated because I want to use it for my mushroom situation. Now, I don't know what kind of tree it is, and I know mushrooms prefer certain trees over others. So, but that's where I wanted to put it. But obviously, if you can't tell, this is a sunny area, and it's about 2 to 30. Sunny in this area. Now, I also thought that this area here that gets only afternoon sun would be ideal to build my log beds for the mushrooms right there next to the barn. So I haven't yet figured that out, but it's a little too nippy out here for me. So, what do you do when the weather is frightful outside? And it is about 46. Yesterday we were 65. So, I figured I would look and show you some of the potatoes I bought on Saturday. And I am just waiting on the weather to cooperate so I could get this garden season going. So what I have here is some red Norland potatoes. Managed to get me I want to say 2 bags of the gold. No, yeah, 2 bags of the Gold Rush. Those. I got Yukon Gold. I got 2 bags of those. There's about 5 in each bag. 5 tubers for $3.46. I got 2 bags of the Superior White. Now, I went in my pantry a few days ago, and I noticed that my russets that I had in there have started to sprout. So I got 5 right here that I'm gonna plant this season. Try to get a potato variety going this year. I managed to pick up also a pack of asparagus, 4 roots, and this is the Mary Washington. And I also got some onion sets, the Harvest Blend, red, yellow, and white varieties. And I also got a pack of 3 bulbs, garlic, California. So I'm prepping for the upcoming season. All right, so it's April 9th. It's about 10:45-ish, 42 degrees. And I'm deciding what I need to get done once the weather warms up and I could go outside. So yesterday it warmed up to mid-60s, and I was able to go and pick up some piles of brush I had out there and throw it in the burn pit. Now today, that tree over there, I have a limb that's going to get in the way when I mow, so I need to cut that down. And on this side, I also have the same issue. Now below that, on the ground, there's a pile of brush that I still need to pick up. I have this big pile here in front of the chicken coop and the one back there by the corn crib base, and then I'll be done with picking up brush, I hope. I'll show you what I got in the mail yesterday. Mail call. All right, so I ordered the seeds from Ujamaa Seeds. This is the 2025 catalog. And in here we have the table of contents. We have onions, leeks, scallops, beans, peas, collards, flowers, fruits, grains, herbs, okra, peppers, squash, pumpkin, gourds, cucumbers and eggplants, tomatoes and tomatillos, tubers and root crops, trees and shrubs. So can't wait to get into this and see what new goodies I will find. There's collards right there, flowers, watermelon galore, some greens, and even herbs. Now as for the seeds I purchased, which I want to say it's about 10 packets. And I got the Jamaican burr gherkin cucumber, the early moonbeam watermelon, blue borage, Clemson spineless okra, love me some okra, ashwagandha, the herb, ginseng, the Amish moon and star watermelon, the anise hyssop flower, and fenugreek, all of which are varieties I haven't tried before, unique to me, and I can't wait to get these planted up. All right, so it's about 4 p.m. I finally got out here, got some stuff done. I still have that big pile over there to get burned. However, I did make some strides on the piles up front. I also managed to get peach, pear, plum, cherry, and a nectarine ordered. I'm just waiting for that to ship. I got the tree limb up front cut down and got it in the burn pit. I got some of the stuff picked up. that pile that I had over there by the chicken coop, and I got the pile in front of the chicken coop basically somewhat picked up. Got it on the back of the truck here. So as you look at the horizon, you see brown clouds all over. So people are out trying to burn their stuff as well. So I need to get the stuff in the burn pit burn, and then we'll go from there. I got flowers poking their heads out, along with my tulips, and creeping Jenny survived the winter. I'm waiting to see if my lemongrass comes back. Good everything. It is Friday. We made it to the weekend. It is April the 11th, 2025. It's about 3 p.m. We're mid to high 60s. And the task for today is to work on these two beds. I managed to get the trellis down, picked up the labels, got the staples up. I am getting ready to move the cinder blocks over to this area. What I'm doing is putting cardboard at the bottom of each cinder block to prevent weeds. And then once I transfer all the cinder blocks over here, I am going to go and get some soil from the back. I have a pile over there that I'm going to dump in this cinder block bed. Then the plan is to come and take up the tarp. I'm going to put down some nitrogen in this bed along with some grub control, and then I am thinking I'm going to turn over the soil, and then tomorrow I'll come back and lay the fabric liner down. So this is what the project is looking like so far, and I'll bring you back in a bit. Alright, it's Saturday morning. It's the 12th. It's about 8:30, and I'm getting my topsoil delivered. So need to figure out where we're gonna put this. Yeah, so I need to make sure I got a good area to run my soaker hose, but yet it's close enough to where I could get to the garden with the wheelbarrow and don't have to worry much about a trek. Alright, so it looks clean. I just need to, obviously I'm going to amend it before I put it in my buckets and bags and beds and stuff like that. All right, it's about 4 hours later and we're at 60 degrees. So I've modified my to-do list today. I need to come in this bed and get some of the weeds up. However, as far as putting down the grub control and the nitrogen pellets in these beds, I'm going to wait until next week. I want to top it off with some soil first. And looking around these 4x4s, I need to do a little bit of weed control. So I'm gonna come in here and get some weeds out. And I'm going to finish off this bed for sure today with the cinder blocks. I got some leaves around here I need to rake up and probably gonna throw in that bed. And that's gonna be my to-do list for today. So let's get started. All right, I think I pretty much got everything I want to get done today done. Completed the cinder block bed. Got the stuff picked up from the front. Got it in the burn pit. Got it burnt. Next week, ancestors willing, I'm going to work on these beds and work on some of my planters. Basically amend the soil and get them ready to be planted. Got the weeds taken care of in those two beds. Things in the greenhouse are looking a-okay. Yeah, I want to get these bags filled, topsoil, peat moss. I'd like to get the onions, garlic, and asparagus planted. Now the only pile I have to concentrate on is that pile over there, and if the weather's nice next week, we'll get that taken care of. All right, so it's about 6:45 in the evening. Figured I'd close out this vlog for the week. Just wanted to say thanks for stopping by. Trust everyone had a blessed day, awesome week, and here's looking to an even more awesome weekend. That being said, ancestors willing, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.